We have a terrific question today from Anna in Martinsville, Indiana. She says, "What should the list price of my home be?" Well, Anna, this is a very loaded question for a lot of reasons. Determining the list price on a home involves a comprehensive analysis of many, many factors. That can include the current market conditions, recent sales of comparable properties in the area, properties' unique features and conditions, and advice of other real estate agents and people in the area. Local real estate market is probably the biggest factor in what you're going to deal with when you're setting a listing price. Now, those local factors can be anything from demand in that area, average time that it's on the market in that area, general pricing trends in that area. Is it an area where there's not a lot of opportunity, so there's a higher demand? Or is it an area where there's all kinds of opportunities, so there's not as much demand to get into that area? So all of those things are things that you need to take into consideration. Considerations for you on a personal level. Conditions of the property really impact the market value as well. Have you taken the time to do some upgrades throughout the house? Do repairs that are needed? Maybe some light renovation. Like, have we updated the kitchen? Have we updated bathrooms? Have you redone floors? Have you maintained your HVAC systems or upgraded those? Have you replaced the roof after a storm? All of these things are important, and I would suggest that you take the time to list those out with, approximate, month and year that you did all of that work, so that you can put that together if you still have receipts from that, or if you did a renovation, do you still have any of the information showing that it was done correctly? All of those things are important to catalog and have, which will add to the value of your home. Just keep in mind that a well-maintained and updated property most definitely commands a higher price compared to one that is in need of significant repairs or renovations. Another factor is to keep things professional and not personal. Understand that everybody's home is more valuable to themselves than anyone else. Everyone loves their home, what they bring to it, and that's what makes a house a home. And it's not necessarily something that you can factor into pricing with other individuals. I always tell my clients, put the shoe on the other foot. If you were walking through that house, how would you really compare it to other houses? Just because you love it and you see all of the good doesn't mean that there aren't negatives that other people see. So you shouldn't take it personal. You need to use more of your head and less of your heart when you are listing, and that's just a reality. Other thing to keep in mind is when you set a price too high, you're going to push potential buyers away possibly. If they think that it's too high, they're just not going to take the time to go and look. Now, on the other hand, you can set it too low and you're not maximizing the value of that property. So it's really important that you find that right balance, and that right balance is essential in attracting the buyers that you want, and it ensures a competitive, realistic listing price for you. I think the biggest factor is finding a real estate professional that you trust. Most real estate professionals, when you're talking about listing a home and setting that price, are going to give you a range. That's very important. No one is going to give you, or should they give you, an exact price to list at. No one knows that exact price. So it's important that you find that great real estate agent that's going to give you that range, and then you have to look at the factors and where you want to list it in that range. Keep in mind that the desire to pay off credit cards or a car or a loan don't impact the value of that house. You may have plenty of value in that house to take care of those things, but those things don't make a house more valuable. So the value of your house is a finite number, and you cannot bake the need or desire to pay those other things off into that. Real estate professionals have a very in-depth knowledge of the local market and access to comprehensive data that you may not have access to. They have experience in pricing in that area and can help lead you down a path for you to ultimately decide what that list price is. So I guess the answer to the question is less of a direct answer and more of some things to keep in mind. Ultimately, you're going to set that list price, but you want to make sure you're bringing in the correct professionals to help you determine where that needs to fit in that scale.